Hello everyone, and in today's video I'm going over the things that you're going to need if you want to get started in special effects makeup. The very basics if you have nothing and you need like a little list of what to pick up to get started. So the first and most important things I would say is to get a cream makeup palette. You can do a lot of different like illusions and stuff without having to like build anything up off your face. You could do like bruising, you could do like under eye bags, you can contour and look like dead or sick and stuff like that with just using cream paints and not having to do any like latex stuff like that. So this one is the one I would recommend most. This is the A Magic 12 color flash palette, and you can get this off of Amazon, I know for sure. I don't think you can get it in stores, but it is essentially the same thing as the Makeup Forever flash palette, but it is way less expensive. So I would recommend this one because you have all of your primary colors, so you could mix any like couple colors together to get the exact shade you need. And then it also has the metallic ones if you wanted to do some like fantasy type makeup stuff. And then you also get a black and a brown, as well as like your white and some other shades. And you get a lot of product, like you get a lot of each color. I also really like this one. It's by the same company, and this one just has a lot of blood tone, brown, gray type of things. So any color in this you can mix like these ones together to get, but if you have the money and you want to get each, they're both really good. If you don't really want to order anything online, you can get Bednai products from a lot of Halloween or costume type stores. So this is just like a little wheel with some different colors of cream makeup. So this one is called their Death Wheel, so it's really good if you're trying to make like people look like they may have like sunken in eye bags or contour their face or make them look a little bit greeny, like sick looking. So that's what these colors are good for, but they also sell the same like product with the primary colors in it. And then there's also this palette that I have from them, which I do like. I like all of the actual like cream paints that it comes with, but they don't really stay in the container where they're supposed to be. So if you do buy this one, keep that in mind. But this has your primary colors, also green, and then a black and a white. You can make any color you need with this, and it's also a little bit easier to get like a sponge or something that's bigger into these pans because you can like pick them up and then dab your sponge inside of it. That is one of the downsides to this palette. If you're trying to use like one of these cosmetic sponges, it doesn't exactly fit. You have to kind of like smush it in there or scrape out some product and put it on like a plate or something like that. So the cream makeup is really good for stuff if you're not trying to like have it actually like sticking off of your face. So if you're trying to like build something up, make your face look completely different or like really messed up, you need liquid latex. So this one's a really inexpensive one. I think it's under $10, and you can find this one at a lot of different Halloween stores and stuff like that. Or you can use this one, which is my favorite kind, but it is also a little bit more expensive, and this one is by Cinema Secrets. And sometimes you can find this like in a smaller size container at Halloween stores. But for this bigger one, you probably need to get it online, and I will link below where I get mine from. So this you can use for doing a whole bunch of different things. You can use it mostly for fake skin is what like it's I guess most typically used for, and for sticking on light materials. You can also use it for mask making, which is like if you have a mold, you can put the like latex inside the mold and peel it out, and you'll have like a bullet hole or like a certain type of thing like that. You can use it for old age makeup where you stipple it on really thin with like your skin stretched out, and then when you crinkle it back up it looks like you have wrinkles. Or it says elaborate costume design, so I don't really know what they're meaning by that. But if you're trying to make your face look a lot different, you can use cotton balls and like you unravel them and stick it onto your face with latex, and you can make a lot of different types of fake wounds and stuff like that. I'll have linked below a video that I did of a like Pokemon Go ball head wound thing, and for everything in that video I used liquid latex, I used cream makeup, and I used tin foil I think, and I stuck it on with liquid latex, but its intention is not to be like a skin adhesive. So if you're trying to stick on heavier products, so if you are trying to like glue things to your face, essentially you're going to want to have either Pros-Aid, which is my personal favorite, or you could use spirit gum. Both of them are skin grade like adhesive glue type things. So you can use Pros-Aid. A lot of times people use for doing those like glitter tattoos, if you've ever seen them, that stay on for like a week or so. They'll like put Pros-Aid and then they'll put glitter on top, and then when it dries it's stuck on there really good. It's also used for like if you make a prosthetic. Usually people make prosthetics out of latex and then they glue it onto your skin with Pros-Aid or spirit gum. And you can also use either of these products if you want to do like a beard or fake eyebrows or anything like that. You can glue like hair. You could glue string for stitches or anything like that that you want to have like glued to your face. You'd use one of these products. So for both of these products you're going to need a special type of a remover to get them off, as opposed to just using a regular makeup remover or baby wipe or anything like that. So I would recommend getting this Mavdon body and makeup adhesive remover, and this is really good. It gets off all of the glue, all of the like tackiness that might be left behind, and then it's also really good at getting off the cream paints. You can get off cream paints with just using like normal beauty makeup removers, but a lot of times the red or like black, like really dark colors are going to stain the skin a tiny bit. So this gets off all of the stuff that like would stain your skin with a normal remover. And then a cheaper option that you can get at Halloween stores is spirit gum remover, and this obviously is meant to go with the spirit gum, not necessarily Pros-Aid, but I have found that it does help with getting Pros-Aid off. Another staple product for doing special effects makeup is fake blood. So you can get all different like colors and textures and like types of fake blood. This one I think is only like $1 or $2, and it is called Vampire Blood by Rubies, I think. And this is just a pretty light, like kind of bright red blood. This one's called Stage Blood. It's a little bit thicker and a little bit darker than the first one. And then my favorite, which is Scab Blood, and this is called Fresh Scab by Ben Nye, and a lot of these you can find in Halloween stores or online. And this one's just a lot thicker of a paste, and it's a nice dark red color. So you pretty much only need one type of fake blood if you're like a beginner or you're just trying to do a quick look for Halloween. But I would recommend getting a couple different types because different wounds actually will have different like colors of blood depending on how old it's been there. Some dry and some stay a little bit sticky and wet looking. So definitely need one type of blood. You can get a couple if you're feeling a little more adventurous. And then other things I think you need or are really good to have is a spatula. You can use like, this is a metal spatula, or a lot of times you can find like plasticky ones or even like popsicle sticks or something like that. And these work really good for like smoothing down edges of stuff. You can use them to like scoop some blood out if you have a thicker blood and put blood on things. And it's just a little bit easier than using like a Q-tip or something like that, but that is always also an option. I think you need some brushes, but definitely get cheap brushes or use old like makeup brushes that you don't typically use for like your beauty makeup, because a lot of times they do get ruined with latex. If it's not completely dry, it'll stick your brush hairs together. And these are good for like painting over latex to make it match your skin tone or anything like that. You could use a smaller brush to put red inside of a cut, and then you could even use brushes to put on fake blood. So I definitely would get some brushes if you can. Definitely try like the dollar store and get some cheap ones. You don't need to spend a lot of money on brushes at all. And then I definitely think you need some sponges. So this is just your normal type of like wedge shaped like sponge. So I like to use these and then rip out with my nails some little grooves in the like flat part. And these are really good for like stippling on bruises or just putting on like cream makeup on top of a wound to get it to match your skin tone or anything like that. And then I'd also get this, which is a stippling sponge, and they usually come longer. I cut them in half usually. And this is just a like textured kind of sponge, and this works really good if you are making like a beard. You can stipple on like little brown black spots, and it's gonna look like you got like a little beard going on without having to like actually glue hair onto a face. It's also really good for putting on fake blood. You can just stipple on a little bit of blood and it'll look like it's splattered a little bit. And you can also use it to do like some skin texture and like little broken capillaries and stuff like that. So this is really inexpensive, and you can find it at a lot of the Halloween stores as well. And then something that is pretty crucial is having cotton on hand. So you can use this with the latex to make really simple cuts or anything like that. You could even use it to like put onto your nose and make it look kind of broken, or you could make your face look completely different just using cotton, latex, and some cream paints. So those are all the things I think are pretty necessary, if not crucial, to doing special effects makeup. Some other fun things you might want to try out is nose and scar wax. This is from Ben Nye. You can get it in this big container, or you can get it in this size. There's even bigger ones, and there's little containers of it. And this is good for if you want to like make your nose look different. You can make like a little pointed nose. You can make like fake skin with this. I've done like a split face, and then half was like a snake or something, and then the other half was a normal face, and then I put this in the center to look like skin that was peeling up. I've done like a makeup on my hand where it was like a hole, and then you could like see through my hand like to a makeup palette, so I use this as like the ripped up edges. And all of those can be done using latex and like a piece of tissue or cotton, but the nose and scar wax is a little bit quicker. You don't have to wait for it to dry, but at the same time it doesn't last as long. So if you're going out somewhere or you wanted it to stay on for a long period of time, the nose and scar wax is not very good. But if you're just playing around doing something for like a quick picture, I do really like the effect that the nose and scar wax has. And if you get it in a color that matches your skin, you don't really need to paint it either. You could just put this on, use a spatula and like carve out a little cut and put some blood inside of it, and you're pretty much done, and you have a super quick cut. A glue stick is also helpful, and a lot of people use this to put over top of eyebrows to block them out if they don't want eyebrows in like whatever the makeup look they're doing. If you're doing like a skeleton or something and you don't want to have eyebrows for like the finished thing, or if you wanted to move your eyebrows or put them like in a different spot, like higher up or an arch or something, you would rub the glue stick over top of your eyebrows. And this is just the Elmer's washable stick. And some people say that the purple works better for this. I'm not so sure if that's true or not, but I did get it in the purple. Another fun thing that you can get and try out is called Rigid Collodion, and this is, it reminds me of like a clear nail polish, but it's basically you put it onto your skin in like wherever you'd want a scar to be, and when it dries it kind of like shrinks up and it'll make it look like you have like an indent in your skin like a scar would be. I've used this to do like a Harry Potter or lightning bolt scar, and I just painted on the like shape with a light red cream paint, and then I painted this over the top and it looked like I had the scar like dented into my forehead, I guess. So this is also a fun thing to try out. A lot of people use it to do like the Joker like scars. But you could also get a similar type of effect by using latex and cotton. It just might be a little bit more challenging, but it is definitely possible. So I think that is everything for this video. Definitely give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see some of this stuff in action, I will link you to the different videos I've made so far, and if you have any recommendations, definitely let me know. So I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, make sure you subscribe, and you can always watch some of my older videos to keep yourself entertained. And goodbye!